Which event do you think is the turning point progressive complication in the story?
Mr. Struthers witnesses a murder. He doesn't know that the person he saw do the murder is the lieutenant. So all he knows is there is somebody out here in my city who has committed a murder, and I'm the only one that knows who it is. What's the first thing you would want to do in that case? You have to go tell the police. So that's what he does. He shows up and he's like, I'm going to tell the police. But he knows the police department in my city is not super trustworthy. So I need to make sure that I talk to somebody who can actually protect me. That's when all of these negotiations start going back and forth between Struthers and Capelli. Capelli's pulling out his toolbox and Struthers is pulling out his toolbox, and they're each trying a tool and throwing it back away and trying for the next tool. What I identified as the turning point, because it is the thing that happens that Mr. Struthers had no tool ready to deal with. It was when the lieutenant walks in the room and he sees that the lieutenant is the murderer.
Great. We can look at the inciting incident as an event that has some aspects that the protagonist knows how to deal with. He knows how to report a crime, but it also has invisible aspects to it that the protagonist doesn't know to try to deal with, maybe, or tries to deal with them in the wrong way. He knows that the police in his town are untrustworthy, but he doesn't know how high it goes. That's one part of it. The other part is that Struthers, what's his primary concern throughout the story?
His own safety.
I would say it's his family more than that. He cares so much about his family and his family's safety. It's inconceivable to him that a man would murder his own wife. So he thinks he's going into a safe environment because of the characteristics of the person to whom he wishes to speak. That's why he wants to speak to the lieutenant. And then that, as you pointed out, falls apart when the lieutenant walks in and he has to confront the mistaken way in which he's been thinking about the circumstances surrounding the crime.